Well, satellite images sourced by NDTV clearly indicate the presence of a newly constructed Chinese village approximately 4.5 kilometers within Indian territory in the Upper Subansiri district of Arunachal Pradesh. Now, the images that you see here have been analysed by several experts who have confirmed that the construction was well within the Indian side of the de facto border. Now, the latest image that you see here establishes that the village is dated is completed, in fact, on the 1st of November 2020. That's the date of this image. It's located on the banks of the River Tsari Chu in the Upper Subansiri district. Now, it's important to remember that this is an area which has been long disputed by India and China and has been marked by armed conflict. Though this area is Indian territory, according to official government maps, it has been in effective Chinese control since 1959. However, earlier, a Chinese military post did exist here, and we'll show you this post in a little while. But this is the first time a full-fledged village which can house thousands has been built. That is the significance of what you're looking here. But let's compare and contrast. Now take a look at this. This is the same site. The image dated a little more than a year before, the 26th of August 2019. It doesn't show any construction activity. So the village that you saw earlier was set up in the last year. Now let's put the images together and you get an idea of the pace of the Chinese construction. That's what you see on your screen over there. Now, NDTV sent a series of questions to the Army and the External Affairs Ministry, including the images before we published. Here is what they told us. We have seen recent reports on China undertaking construction work along the border areas with India. China has undertaken such infrastructure construction activity in the past several years. In response, our government too has stepped up border infrastructure, including the construction of roads and bridges, which has provided much needed connectivity to the local population along the border. Now, this is very important. Where is this village? Let's take a look at the exact location of the village from a screenshot from the Survey of India's online map. Now, the area is mapped over there. It's the blue dot over there. If it's unclear, we'll make it sharper for you. We'll give you a close-up. And here is that close-up. Here is that close-up. If we can just scroll up to give you the details over there. The area over there shows the line of actual control, and that blue dot shows the location of that village. Now, the next image actually shows a Chinese military post that you can see there, about a kilometer south of the Chinese village. This is an old image, dates back to 2010. Now, here's the same Chinese military post. As you can see, it's completely different. It's much larger. It's been upgraded. Again, let's compare the images, 2010, and now look at the difference between the 2020 image on the right. There have been multiple reactions which have come into our report. The Australian satellite imagery expert Nathan Rooser has done a thread link to the piece and says a new NDTV report shows satellite imagery showing a village constructed by China on the banks of the Tsari Chu. It seemed to be within Indian claimed territory, but before a Chinese installation that's been there in place since before 2000. The Congress MP Shashi Tharoor says reports say that China has built a village on the border in Arunachal, as it has in Bhutan. Would our Prime Minister be invited to do yet another Zoom inauguration for this new border infrastructure project? But very importantly, this is what the BJP MP from Arunachal Pradesh, Tapir Gao, had said in Parliament in November 29, and these remarks have been posted on the BJP's YouTube page.
More than 50-60 किलोमीटर चाइना हमारा टेरिटरी में कब्जा करके रखा है। आसाफिला में पोस्टिंग हुआ, वो आसाफिला आज चाइना का कब्जा में है। ओल माजा चाइना का कब्जा में है।